Yo, how's it going? Okay, I want to get a quick live on, as you can see in the title, car fumes, cars, exhaust. What's going on? We all know it's poisonous, but I want to relate my experiences with how bad this is, and also a little bit of science that we know about. Very little that I know about car poisonous fumes. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube as well. So I'm doing it. I just want to get information out there. From my experience, car fumes and car exhaust is one of the worst things you can do for your health. Breathing that shit in. It's one of the worst things that you can breathe in for your health. You know, my opinion on that, I think it's almost worse than lung cancer. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I see what it does to me whenever I walk, because there's many levels. I can go deep with you on this if you want, with these car fumes. Like, I even think road rage is largely not people are anxious to get home. Here's my opinion on road rage. What road rage is when you're sitting in a car in a queue, it's the worst place to be for inhaling poisonous car fumes. It's the absolute worst place to be. You think it's the side of the road? It's not. It's inside the car, because the car in front of you is waiting, and then it moves. That car exhaust goes straight into your ventilator system, the other car. So you're breathing in. And that's the reason why people get angry. And why do I say this? Because I observe me. Now, I can't talk about other people as I can talk about myself. And what I can talk about is my own personal experience with car exhaust fumes. It's fucking what it does to my state. I can talk about that. What it does to me. Do you know what it does to me? I'll tell you. And I'm walking on the side of the pavement, yeah. And I know the most dangerous times when I'm inhaling, when we are inhaling car fumes. It's not when the car is moving at straight speed. It's when the car slows down, changes speed, so slows down, or it's stopped and it starts again. At these points, if you're on the side of the road, you've got to get it through your nose. You're going to inhale it. And for me, it manifests in I get in a bad mood. Simple as that. It puts me in a fight or flight position. It stresses me out. And the science in car fumes is very simple. It raises your blood pressure. That's what we know about. It what else it does? It clogs up your blood. Instead of your blood being nice and clean and smooth, it makes it sticky. So it puts you in this fight or flight, and it puts you in an irritated mood. And every time I go, I'm inhaling, I can smell it. I get in a bad mood, you know. I try my best to mitigate the damage, but I get in a bad mood. And it's not because I'm in a bad mood. It's because I've inhaled something poisonous into my system, which I'm not used to. And that is not good for me. That is not good for nobody. And that's happened to me. It's happened to me today as well. I just noticed my mood was dropping. And videos before, when I've been walking for hours by sides of busy roads, and then done a video, and then I looked at my video and I come across and I was like, why am I so edgy in that video? Oh, okay. It's because I've been walking alongside busy roads. The cars have stopped. I've just been walking and walking and walking. So that's how I know for myself. So that's my opinion on road rage. And I'm sure, man, there's a lot of factors going into why people are angry and get, you know, when they're waiting queues and hear beeping and all that stuff. But for me, if it makes me poisonous and I'm on the side of the road, and the side of the road's not even that bad, you know, I can imagine if you're in the queue and you're getting the ventilator system of some other car coming up your, you know, into your nostrils, that's, you know, if you're already in a bad mood, it's going to make you even worse. Because let me tell you, when you get poison into your system you're not used to, it puts you in a bad mood. Anything like increases your blood pressure and makes your blood stickier is going to make you the worst version of yourself, yeah? So that's how I know that car fumes ain't good. Just from my own experience. It's powerful. How do you think I learn stuff? How do you think we all learn stuff from our own experiences? Yeah, and I put myself in bad moods. Not intentionally. I try my best to avoid it, but when I'm walking on busy roads or I'm hailing at particular times and I can smell it, and then, boom, I'm in that fight or flight mode. So whatever person's inhaling it from the cars or the pedestrians, but particularly in cars, they're also being the worst version of themselves at that moment. And this is why cars are a perennial problem, and I hate them. I fucking hate cars. You know, I hate it so much that I just don't care about driving or ever learning to drive. It's just something now that I'm so passionate about. Like, I really do hate cars, because I think cars destroy people's health worse than smoking. Yeah, worse than smoking. It's something no one talks about as well. People talk about, oh, he's poisoning himself with smoke. Yeah, but how about driving on the roads and poisoning the people behind you when you're going queues, when you start and stop, and the pedestrians as well. Pedestrians you poison, but you're poisoning way worse if you're in a car. You better be a pedestrian like me, walking on a busy road. Still going to get it. Inhale it, that's not good. But it's better to be a pedestrian than it is to be in a car, in a queue, where the car in front is stopping, starting, and you're stopping, starting, you know. Because that's just going to, you know, you're going to hell. LA, man, it's really, really bad. And these reference experiences I've got in my brain of, I've seen videos of me after I've had the inhalation from walking for quite a while by roads, and my videos come across really weird. Like, I feel edgy. That's how I describe it. I feel edgy. And that's all it is I don't care who you are, how chill or happy you are, it makes you the worst version of yourself. When you become unhealthy, you poison yourself with car fumes because you're in a car in a traffic jam or on the side of this busy road, and it's stopping starting, you're being the worst version of yourself in that moment. So to me, cars are the worst versions of ourselves. That's why we have to get rid of them. They're the worst versions of our health, you know. They're the worst. They're poisoning other people, they're poisoning yourself. Yeah, it's crazy. They really are the worst, and if you can do that, by God, please don't buy 20 cars and feel like it's the be-all and end-all. You know, adults need to grow up and stop thinking it's a child's toy. It's destroying the environment, yeah? And people think it's a little toy. The people out there, the mainstream, they think it's like a little toy. Oh, my new car. Yeah, how about your health? Yeah, you're contributing to the problem of your own downfall of your own bloody health whilst you're obsessing over your fucking new car. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, that was my rant, and this is a fact. Look, remember this, yeah? Road rage. Why is it? Because of car poisonous fumes that people are ingesting from being in traffic jams and getting, when the car stops and starts, that's when they get the exhaust through their ventilator system. It puts people in fight or flight. And to me, quite honestly, it's way worse than lung cancer. Because at least with lung cancer, you kind of like, there's enough, it's just that individual. But car poison, that's for everybody that's driving a car. Everyone gets it, and everyone on the side of the busy road gets it. So for me, I try and mitigate as much as possible. I'm holding my breath at certain points in time. You know, I hold my breath when the car stops and starts, or I run past it. I'll run past. If the car's stopped, right, it's a point where I'm going to walk past where the cars are stopped, they're going to start again. I'll run past it. If I can't run past it, or I don't feel like it, sometimes I'll just hold my nose. But even if you hold your nose, then 15% of the air still goes through. So just note that. Even if you think you're not inhaling something by blocking your nose, actually 15% of the air still goes through the nose. That's an interesting fact for you. So yeah, it's actually the best strategy is to run past it. Plus, when you run, what do? You do exercise. And exercise is really good, but here's the key. To get rid of the fumes that you've just inhaled from the toxic car fumes, the best strategy in that moment is to run. Why? Because you just oxygenated your system better. And when you oxygenate your system better, that means more oxygen to the cells of your body. And the cells are in the lungs and all these little bronchioli and shit. That's the one that's got the fumes in it, right? The cells are now gone toxic because the car fumes you ingested. How do you get rid of that? Number one way? Oxygen. What's a great way to put oxygen into your body? In that moment? To do some exercise. So double win strategy. I'm going to start doing that one as well more. Instead of doing the whole nose, I do that all the time. I'm going to start doing the running one. Because that way I oxygenate my system, I get more oxygen in, therefore the oxygen will neutralize all the crap that's coming in from the car fumes. That's my strategy, and that should be your strategy too. Exercise in that moment, or if you can't be bothered to exercise in that moment, well, you should really. When you get home from a day where you know you've inhaled poisonous car fumes, exercise the crap out of that. Get lots of oxygen in you. Do some age urine if you don't want to exercise. Do your fruits, do your fasting. Get some oxygen. You focus on oxygen. That's a good thing. Yeah, Carlos, I don't know, man. It's all we don't need petrol. We don't need a lot of stuff that they're limiting us, man. The Illuminati and shit. I don't know. It's kind of real, isn't it? Like they really are destroying us, and yeah, it's very sad. But I just want to make that video. Like there are strategies, there are solutions to what I know is a fact. Is it affects me and it puts me in my worst version of myself, which I hate. I guess other people can do that. Other people don't mind road rage, but I do. It bothers me when I'm the worst version of myself. And if I can do a strategy to avoid this. I have to walk by the side of the road. Now I already blocked my nose, so I'm going to start running. I'm going to do little things, and I just wish that other people woke up. And you know, England's the worst actually. We've got 60 million people, and we've got like 80 million cars or something. We've got more than one car for every single person in this country, which is a fucking joke, considering there's like 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds that can't even drive. Yet we've got more than one car for every single person. That means that the adults are buying more than one car. The fucking idiot adults. Yeah, the younger generations are going to grow up and they're going to be pretty worse than this generation now. The car mania's got to stop. It's really got to stop, you know. It's crazy that people are going like, it's mainstream mentality of like, oh, it's a car. It looks cool. It's my toy. I want to have a better car than other people. And they don't actually think of the damage they're doing to their own health. Forget about the environment. It's completely destroying the environment. It's hurting the trees. Forget about that stuff. Focus on themselves, the other people around them. they're killing them. They kill themselves and other people, but they don't focus on that in the mainstream. You know, that's why we got to make videos about it. So we've got to keep talking about stuff like this and be passionate and, like, angry, as I am a little bit now. You know, not just for myself, other people. They're destroying their health and, you know, I can do strategies to prevent it, but they can't. You know, and then they'll come and get cancer and at 40 and they'll wonder why. They'll get a heart attack at 50 and then the kids will be like, my dad got a heart attack at 50, he left as a kid's pine. Why? Well, because he was driving a car, 9 to 5 job all the time and inhaling poisonous car fumes Monday to Friday, and a job he didn't like, didn't exercise the, get oxygen in his system to, like, remove those toxins out, you know, ate too much food, all this kind of stuff. It adds up. It adds up, it adds up, it adds up. Yeah, it really does add up. We've got to raise awareness of these issues. That's what I'm doing now. It's what you guys should be doing. Like, we've got to raise awareness consciously, because this is a big topic. You know, it is a big topic. We can't just sit on our laurels and think, you know, every one person we get into this kind of mindset that understands that, you know, these things are dangerous. And the mechanisms why, I told you, it raises your blood pressure, which is not a good thing, and it makes your blood sticky. Not a good thing. You want a heart attack? Go and drive your car every single day and get stuck in queues. Great way. Number one way to get a heart attack: drive a car on a busy road Monday to Friday. And that's when the cars are busy, 9 to 5, isn't it? That when the cars are busy, everyone's starting, stopping in the traffic jams. The traffic jams are the worst, because you're starting and stopping so much. You're inhaling the poison car fumes from behind you. It's crazy. That's how people kill themselves. You know, people think it's the job and the stress of the job. That doesn't hurt. But the real damage, I reckon, is the car fumes from every single travelling 30, 40 minutes every single day, and starting and stopping your car and waiting in queues because you're in rush hour. That's the real damage. That's the real damage, yeah? That's the real damage, and that's it. Yeah, man. Alright, guys, I'm going way too long. Yeah. Peace, and, oh, man. What a crazy world is out there.